Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady.
Ebony sports reporters, we're in the house. We're in the house. Coach Julius Hall, Coach Fritz, how are you feeling, Coach Julius Hall?
Not real good.
All right. And
I left the office early because I ain't feeling good.
Okay, and your monitor is, I gotta look, like it's not as sharp, not as clear as usual.
Yeah, for some reason it's
a little foggy.
Yeah, the connection is unstable, it says.
Almost like, I guess, almost like you might be in purgatory or something like that. So, I'm just saying. Coach Fritz, how you doing?
Doing fine. How y'all doing?
All right. I'll say this. Who do you feel got your back? Who got your back, Coach Fritz? Coach Fritz, who would you say got your back?
My lady. She got my back.
You said what?
My lady, she got my back.
Okay. All right. Coach Julius Hall, who would you say got your back?
Well, if she got your back, I say watch your back, Fritz. Cause she ain't got your back. She was trying to cut your throat. She a Jets fan, man. What's wrong with you? You a Dallas Cowboy fan. Who got my back? I got several people got my back. And I got to count on all of them. The whole team, I think, got my back right now. So I got to, besides my wife, if you asking outside of that, is the team that I'm working with, they got my back. Okay. Being you and Fritz and everybody else, but mostly those ones on the ground at what we're trying to do now is in the office is me and you and the team.
Yeah, and that's so fitting. You said the people on the ground. That's so fitting. And so we said, all y'all share. This is Ebony Sports Reporters. And so we say share. But I'm going to say this. Ain't nobody got my back. Just like they said, like as y'all hear, in the song that comes up, our intro song, you thought I thought I could trust you, but I see you try to zone me. So I'm gonna let y'all know. Last week, everybody who looked at the show last week, that's right, they ain't got my back. See, because they had my back, it'd been like this. Hey. I can't trust none of them like that. As they acted up on the show last week, they acted up. So he tried to say some stuff before we came on. I was gonna wait to do that, but see, I just wait. He just pushed me, y'all. I wasn't gonna do that. I'm gonna do it one more time. These people got your back. These people got your back right here, but they ain't got my back right there.
See how you sit there lying? That's why it's.
You froze it. He froze it. See that God is freezing him up. So we're gonna do this one more time for y'all to see. You want to have people like this who got your back. Wow. That's having somebody back. That is absolute trust. Coach Fritz, what's your thoughts like that? You got people like that?
Well, let me rephrase that again. First person that really got my back is God, because that's the only person I would trust to do that move like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only person I know I could trust to do that move. Everybody else would probably move away. So God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, I couldn't do that.
Coach Julius Hall.
What? You already asked me that question.
So I want the world to know he ain't got our back they ain't got my back like that. But we'll move on. Coach Cedric Baker. Coach Cedric Baker was announced on Tuesday to become the new head coach for the Lady Bulldogs at South Carolina State. In fact, let y'all know, Coach Baker had called me on Thursday to let me know he was leaving. Told me I couldn't say anything about it. Coach Tisha had sent out something, and I was like, "Oh, I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing." Because Coach Baker has been at Savannah State for 22 years. 22 years, led the Tigers to SIAC championships and MEAC championships. So now he's gone on to the Lady Bulldogs at South Carolina State. Coach Cedric Baker going on. So Savannah State has lost a true one. He's the winningest coach in basketball, ladies basketball, Lady Tigers. Because again, we had some great ones. You know, you had, Jimmy Wesley, who was again a great Tiger because he led them to NCAA Division III championships. Also, he led them to the playoffs for that. And then also, you know, Ella Turner basketball. She was the one who won the first national championship for Savannah State back in the 1950s. She won a national championship for the lady. They were called the Tigerettes back then. So, but again, pay homage to Cedric Baker. Again, great leader for us at Savannah State. Now going on to South Carolina State. And he said he's looking forward to us being there for homecoming because we are playing for homecoming. And I said to him, I said, Savannah State all up at South Carolina State. You got Chinnesbury head coach for the football program and Savannah State alum, and the former Lady Tiger head coach, Cedric Baker. So, Coach Julius Hall, any thoughts, any comments?
Well, Savannah State always going to let their talent go because they don't know how to keep talent. You know, that's all I can say. They don't know how to keep talent.
All right. Coach Fritz.
I see that's a trend with Savannah State. They got the good coach. He's been there for 22 years. Y'all probably didn't reward him. Promises. And he's moving on to a better thing. Good for him. It's going to be hard to fill his shoes. And, you know, he's starting a new chapter. You know what I'm saying? Probably where he'll appreciate it.
Okay, yes, indeed. So now we move on to this breaking news. George Pickens going to the Dallas Cowboys. George Pickens going to the Dallas Cowboys. So what's your thoughts on that? Winner, loser. Are they winners? Are they losers? Are they both? What's going on? And so, oh my God, Coach Fritz, we got to go to you first. Coach Fritz, what's your thoughts with regard to that? What's going to happen for Dak, you know, and CD and all them, but George Pickens right there?
So what's good about that is Dallas finally fulfilled the need that they needed, which was wide receiver. They filled all their needs through the draft, and it's a couple of backdoor trades that they've been doing to fill all the gaps, and they finally got their second receiver. They just need a third one and a running game. I'll see what they'll do. They got a tight end, so hopefully Dak is healthy. They got a backup quarterback. Let's see where this goes. They got a new head coach. Hopefully he doesn't. He's not a yes man. That's all I can say. But it's a plus for Cowboys. It's a plus for Pittsburgh because he's in his last year of his contract, and Pittsburgh had mediocre quarterbacks. They didn't have great quarterbacks that could give him the ball where he wanted the ball. So it's a plus for Philly. I mean, it's a plus for Pittsburgh because they got the draft picks. They don't have to pay him all that money. And it was a problem with him with the system that they had without a bona fide quarterback. Dak Prescott is at least top 10, and he'll get him the ball.
Okay.
Man, it don't matter whether they get Pickens, Dickens, Hitchens. It don't matter who they get. That's the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to be who we thought they were, some losers. So why are we worrying about the Cowboys? What Pickens going to do? Pickens wasn't that way he was.
He had no good quarterback. Yeah, no good quarterbacks.
Okay. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Everybody's saying that gonna be able to throw because he likes what how George Pickens play and with CD Lamb, all of them. So that's what we will see what will happen. So we now move on to this right here. This now it was not me. I want y'all to understand it was not me. It was not me. And Julius Hall sent me a text message and said, we must do this about the evil Knicks. The evil Knicks. This is what Coach Julius Hall said. The evil Knicks. That's what he said. So, the evil Knicks. Coach Fritz, it's not your. I'm going to Coach Julius Hall first.
My bad.
Wow. That's what he had said. That's what he had said. Coach Julius Hall had sent me a text message. He had said, check out them New Yorkers. They just going to be acting up. Wow, they're going to be all sensitive about this. Coach Julius Hall, go ahead. What's your thoughts with regards to the Knicks and the Celtics? Do you think the Celtics should be back?
That was you could tell that was AI because can't dance at all. He don't dance on nothing. He's just a wallflower. Cool boy. But what's that series now?
2-0.
Do you think they can come back, Coach Julius Hall?
They playing the Knicks.
Wow.
New York teams and New Yorkers have a history of folding.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, come back.
Wow.
Look at him looking like that. New York and Dallas. Since you want to give that evil eye. You saw that evil eye you gave me just now?
Wow. Yeah, like that. You had said they get kind of sensitive about that. Wow.
They get sensitive about that. You could talk about their daughters. You could talk about their mamas. You could talk about their cousins. You can talk about their dog. No, don't talk about their dogs or their sports team.
Or their mamas.
No, mama come third. They dogs and their sports team, then they mama.
No, it's mama first, then the sports team, then the dog.
Yeah, they want to fight you about them.
Okay. Coach Fritz.
You know, I missed that game last night. And the one before, I just saw when it went into overtime. I had to pick up somebody from the airport. And I was like, oh, great timing. You know what I'm saying? But I just got to see what they do at the Garden. I know the Garden's going to be live. But Boston had you live by the 3, you die by the 3. You miss 45 threes. You know what I'm saying? That's always the addict. If you live by the 3, you die by the 3. And they didn't have a plan B. They didn't go, hey, we could. They tried that move that Tatum did where Al Horford screened him and made the lay and dunked the ball. Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson just looked at each other and they tried the same play again. And this time around, the defense, stepped up. Bridges was able to be there at the right time. So, don't know what to say. That was just good defense.
No, okay. All right. So, Coach Fritz, you think Cleveland? What you think about Cleveland? What do you think about Cleveland?
Ooh, you want to talk about? I think Indiana's too much for them right now. Without Garland to control the offense with them, they have their point guard is hurt, which is Garland. And they're missing his point production and they're missing his leadership. So they're gonna take a hit. They got punched in the mouth. And you're going to Indiana, and Indiana doesn't falter. All Indiana has to do is win one game at home. And they'll be up 3-1, and then anything can happen after that. You know what I'm saying? It might just go to 5 or 6. The way Indiana's running everybody off the court. If it was me for the Knicks, I'd rather face Cleveland than Indiana. Also, the Detroit kept beating up on the Knicks, prepared them to deal with Boston. But those fouls that Detroit was giving remind me of the old Detroit days where they would just hold you down, lock you down. They wasn't the bad boys, but they were like Rasheed Wallace and them kind of defense.
Okay. Coach Julius Hall.
Well, I agree with Coach Fritz, only because he's rarely right about those sports teams. He's more right about aliens than he is sports teams. So I'm gonna agree with him on everything and just say that yeah, he's right this time.
Okay. All right.
There's no need to be repeating the same thing.
So, Urban Meyer, former Ohio State coach, head coach, and national champion coach, says that with regard to the violation that occurred with University of Michigan, that they need to be almost given like the death penalty with regard to their program. What's your thoughts with regard to Urban Meyer saying that with regard to University of Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan? So, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, you talking about Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer always gonna give his opinion when it comes to Michigan anyway. He's a Michigan hater. It is what it is. They're gonna do what it do, whether Urban Meyer says something or not. They're gonna do what they're gonna do to them. When you get your hand caught in the cookie jar, hey, a mouse trap, a snake pit, hey, you're gonna get what you got coming.
Okay. All right. Coach Fritz.
Urban Meyer. He didn't do too well at Jacksonville, correct?
Yeah.
He left Ohio State. Is it a
He
scandal?
only won 2 Super Bowls.
You're pointing. He's pointing out that Michigan has a lot of violations, and you want them to have a death penalty. Be careful of what you wish for, because Ohio State could be the next team that they investigate. Somebody could come out with something on them and investigate them, especially under Urban Meyer, and they could wipe out 1 or 2 of those bowl games that he won. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is find a scandal. You're not. A lot of people's not untouchable. So they did it to Rick Pitino. They did it to a couple of coaches here and there. You're not untouchable. So be careful of what you ask for. That's my opinion.
Okay. All right. So where's Coach Tisha?
She's on assignment.
Oh, she's on assignment.
She always on assignment.
Now,
She go have your back and she on assignment.
But I get all the feeds though. I get all the feeds.
but again, just to let you know, this was not me. Coach Julius Hall sent this to me. And he said, this is specifically for Coach Tisha. These are internet sensations. These are internet stars right here. These are, again, social media stars right here. And they had a little situation going on, and that this is what he told me to do this. Not that I want. He sent this to me. I did not want to do this. That happened at the Met Gala, and so again, 2 internet stars. They were, because he said Coach Tisha gonna probably say y'all are going to hell, but so good. So, so pass it on, Coach Fritz. Let her know what happened. So hey,
I'll let her know. And you definitely played that. You definitely going to hell. I can't even comment on that.
we're not going. we were not going to trouble you, though, because again, y'all were at the Met Gala. So, but we will do this. We will take a time out. We'll take a time to come back. This is Ebony Sports Report with Coach Fritz, Coach Julius Hall, Coach Tisha is on assignment. Coach Bernard Brown, he said he had a dance or something like that. Coach Stud is chilling down at FLA. That's what he's doing. He chilling. And they didn't send the link to my boy Mike Grant because Coach Bernard Brown and he, they got to connect like that. So
y'all didn't send the email link. I mean the email. I would have sent it to him every week.
Your boy Bernard Brown is the one that got the.
Bernard got an event yet tonight. I sent it out regardless.
So we are gonna take a time out. We'll be right back. Ebony Sports Reporters.
Savannah, are you looking for some of the best Southern soul food? Then check out Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Boulevard. The food is so good, you'll think that your mother cooked it. Located in the heart of Savannah, Kim's has a menu that includes breakfast anytime, lunch when you need it, and dinner so you won't have to cook when you get home. They also cater all types of events and can host your reserved event at the restaurant. Come see what everyone has been raving about. Great food, great atmosphere, and a great time. Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Boulevard in beautiful downtown Savannah.
Need your garments cleaned with care and with a professional touch? Then bring them to One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Old Farmers Market on Highway 80. Service you can count on.
We are back. Ebony Sports Reporters with Coach Julius Hall, Coach Fritz, and we support all of our supporters. Davis Johnson, Bozeman Law Firm offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro, and Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. And go in there and harass Kima and Jade, and Chef Food and Gas, and was the corners of Styles and Gwinnett Streets in Savannah, Georgia. Don't ride by, stop by. Yeah, and then One Price Cleaners that you also right there. Again, Shannon, as he's called, likes to harass people too, but I'm gonna leave that alone. And so I got some people who want to just do this right here, because again, some of y'all might know this right here. And who was the champion? Oh my God, the champion. And so I'm too afraid who's gonna say that he's the champion. And let y'all know, I had to edit this right here. I had to edit this because again, but some of y'all may know this right here. And I'm going to ask who's the champion. We're going to brag about them being the champion.
What y'all know about this? What y'all know about this? Nah, bring it down. Bring it down. Bye. Bye, nigga.
I thought I had got that part out, but yeah, so pencil fighting. What y'all know about pencil fighting? Who was the champion pencil fighter at your location? Coach Fritz. Did y'all do pencil fighting?
No, we did not.
Oh.
They didn't do that in New York.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay, wow. Coach Julius Hall, pencil fighting.
I was the world champion pencil fighting because I found this store on the corner that had rubber pencils. I used to make everybody pencil. They never beat me. I broke everybody pencil. I was the world champion. Dead.
And that's what we had to do. We had to check people like him and say, wait a minute, he got a rubber pencil. He got a rubber pencil.
Allegedly, he had a rubber pencil. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. See,
I gotta get back.
Frank, you should have went to law school.
I have to get his back because he's talking something that he's not, he's not feeling well. He's down into the weather.
Yeah, I don't feel good at all.
You didn't have a rubber pencil. You had a pencil, and you was just a champ.
Okay. All right. So now, Coach Bernard Brown, he had got braggadocious about some things. Coach Bernard Brown has said that the Lakers are going to take it all. So we now come to this Lakers conversation. What are your thoughts about the Lakers, Coach Julius Hall?
The Lakers folded. There's no other word for it. When you got a team that's hungry like Minnesota, LeBron and Dope and Luka, they got to be able to look for other players besides themselves. And they also need a weapon. They need to go after a three-point shooter who's going to bury the three. They got one of the best inside players. Then picked up Big Luke that can play anywhere. They need somebody that they can dish that ball off to that's going to shoot that three.
Okay. All right. Coach Fritz.
I agree with everything that Coach Hall said. But they are jacked up right now because most of their draft picks are gone. They don't have a big man. It's going to be interesting to see what they do this offseason because they need a dog that's going to help them on the defensive end and to cover their mistakes on the defense. And they do need a three-point shooter. They need a three-point shooter. And they need, because LeBron is getting old, he's not going to play all those minutes. You know what I'm saying? Come next year, he's not going to play those minutes. He's going to be out, or, if it's a back-to-back, he's not playing because he's going to say his ankle or something hurts. You know what I'm saying? But he spent millions of dollars on a body machine for his body. But I'm just telling you, the Lakers have to put a squad together. This ain't showtime. This is no time.
Wow. Well, we come to this right here. And this is the question we're going to follow up with regards to this right here.
Where is he?
So, some people are saying that Steph is just as great as LeBron. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on that?
I think that Steph is. You got when you can't talk greatness unless Steph is in the conversation. Steph is one of the best shooters you've ever seen in the history of this game. Ain't nobody else shoot like that boy ever. Ray Allen, Reggie Miller. Steph is that man.
All right, Coach Fritz.
I agree with everything he said, but Steph is the man. He outdid his father. That's the evolution. Dale was in the NBA. Steph is the evolution of what he should have been. He was a three-point specialist, but Steph took it to another level. And he's playing defense, and he could go to. If you take away the three, he goes to the basket. So better than LeBron, yes, he got one more ring better than LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And now he went to the Olympics to solidify his Hall of Fame status. So he won. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for him, I don't even know what the United States would have did. But there wasn't. Everybody else was probably prepared for everybody else. The other teams around the world was prepared for other people. They wasn't prepared for Steph.
Okay. You all heard them talk about evolution. Coach Julius Hall said a three-point shooter. And so this is a three-parter right here. This is a three-parter. So we want y'all to take it all in. We want y'all to take it all in. Coach Fritz gonna say something because Coach Fritz gonna be like, I know this. I know him.
You play with M and you coach with Phil and work with Kobe. What's the difference between those two, in your opinion?
Right hand.
Why?
Well, Kobe would be going to the line to shoot 2. MJ was going to shoot and 1.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them knocks that Kobe had to shoot with 2 hands, when that knock would happen, MJ put that bad boy over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the difference, huh? Okay.
Over there.
Okay. I didn't hear that.
Man, I'm telling you, I done seen this brother make, like he going to do a crossover, and you, come on, man.
Yeah, that's a nit right
Come
there,
on,
bro.
Come on. And then you have that injured. I'm telling you, I was with MJ 4.5 seasons or whatever. Never lost a suicide. Never.
Never lost a suicide.
Never.
It's crazy.
Never. No. One of the first things I ask somebody is, what are you looking at when you shoot? You know, young folks say, I'm looking at the back of the rim. You couldn't be looking at the back of the rim because you're not 12 feet tall. So you're looking under the rim. So probably 90% of your shots are going to hit front rim because your eye is focused and your ball is going to go where your eye tells it to go. I look at probably 6 inches above the rim. You got to have at least that much clearance. There's 3 parts of your shot: foundation, form, and follow through.
I want you to teach them.
Yeah, this is critical right here, that this happens so much, all right? And I call that rolling into your shot. So we'll have people start here, and you'll see them, and when they finally get to the top, this is happening. And I tell them, once you're at the top, bring that down. Bring that down, and now you're into your triple threat. So if you watch Kobe get that thing, MJ get that thing, they on the, you feel me? And now when you turn, it's already there.
Loaded.
It's already there. It's already loaded. Likewise, I want to make sure that when my ball starts, my ball never drops below my core. Ever. 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 I'm never bringing my ball down to take it up. Never. 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 Because I'm underneath it. I'm underneath that thing every time. If you're a billionaire in America today, you done stepped on a bunch of people. You didn't do it the right way.
Yeah.
You didn't. Now you can be philanthropic. Now I'm a humanitarian, and it's wonderful how billionaires get billionaires humanitarian awards. Come on in here, Ocho. Yeah, he did a great job. He gave $1 million, but he just made $4 billion off of poor people in Asia or Africa.
So Craig Hodges, the great Craig Hodges, the 3-point superstar, and was involved. That people go and say that there was collusion regarding getting him out of the NBA because he decided to address certain things with the president of the United States and gave him the letter regarding some of this. So, Coach Fritz, Craig Hodges, what's your thoughts about Craig Hodges?
I love Craig Hodges. Did he get blackballed by the NBA? Yes. Back then, the NBA was blackballing a lot of players. Mahmoud or Chris Jackson, but Mahmoud is one of them. Craig Hodges had a lot of points that he said. I'm glad I got a chance to watch that. The difference between Michael and Kobe, and he shows you his dynamic of shooting the threes and how your hand position has to be. He'll be a great coach on a team to show the young guys how to shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? Because he's right. If you're looking at the rim, it's going to front rim all the time. You got to look into the basket. That's how you get the shot. You know, you got to look into the basket. You got to make sure that you can put the ball over the basket. Great guy. He just got the raw end of the deal, got blackballed, and they put Steve Kerr on that in his position. So if he was still there, Steve Kerr would have never got those rings.
And he did win 2 as a coach with Phil Jackson in LA also. So he won 2 as a Chicago Bull, 2 as a coach for the LA Lakers.
I thought he won 3. He was part of the first 3.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 2, but anyway. But thank you, sir. But we're going to look at that. But I think they talked about he had 4. But I know what's about to happen. Coach Julius Hall is going to let us know that Craig Hodges got the technique and all that from him off the streets of Savannah. So that's why I'm just like, but Coach Hall, go ahead right now.
Well, yeah, Craig used to call me all the time and ask me whether his elbow was right. And I used to say, just bring it in front of you a little bit more, Craig, instead of, shooting it from here. But straighten it up, Craig, so you can get it. And I used to let Craig know that. Craig used to develop his jump shot through me, even though he looked way older than me.
You all heard it here on Ebony Sports Reporters. Wow. Craig Hodges. What was your thoughts when he talked about billionaires also?
Millionaires.
Billionaires. He's talking billionaires.
He said billionaires. He had a good point about that. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that particular status and you have that money, your arrogance grows with you. And you made money off of the poor people. You're not even helping people. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't even give back to the community. Like that one, right, Jew? You don't even give back to the community. And it's sad. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a whole bunch of things like overseas. You're a billionaire. You send products overseas, and those poor people are killing themselves for $1, and you're making billions. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of stuff is not in the United States because of the laws and procedures we have here. You know what I'm saying? They want to bring certain manufacturers back when the people over there was getting paid way less than what Americans was getting here.
Okay. All right. So Coach Bernard Brown is not here, and somebody specifically contacted me and said he wants Bernard Brown to see this, so we're gonna have to hold on to this because we want Coach Bernard Brown to understand he messing around.
Superman in the building.
Coach Bernard Brown want to try to talk about Dwight Howard. So that's why Dwight Howard sent me a message and say, yo, play that, let him see that. So he ain't here, so I'm going to have to hold on to that. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts about Dwight Howard?
I'm going to have to advise Bernard, leave that damn man alone. Because you hit that man in the stuff in the abs, that man gonna laugh at you and then pick your ass up and slam you. Leave that man alone.
Okay, Coach Ritz.
My money's still on Bernard Brown. You know how y'all Savannahs fight. Y'all don't fight fair, so y'all gonna be beating him up anyway. You know what I'm saying?
You better tell with a pipe.
You know, he's gonna come with a pipe. He ain't gonna fight fair. He could have that that stomach. How's your chin? You know what I'm saying? How's your chin? How's your neck? Those two things, they're not strong, you're going down. The taller you are, the harder you fall.
Well, Coach Bernard Brown just need to be careful. And so what we're going to do, well, I tell folks, not a shameless plug, but an actual plug. We're going to do timeout right now, and it's not a shameless plug, but an actual plug for Hot 2100 Savannah.
Hello, world. We're here, serving Savannah, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Brooklyn, Houston, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and the world. The best music all the time. The greatest songs ever made, every time. Tune in to Hot 2100 Savannah and get a taste for your ears. Hot 2100 Savannah, serving Savannah and the world.
Cause I
stay up out of reach. Talking about ends dirty, I'ma make them meet. I've been down too long, I'd be damned if I don't eat. If you want someone to try, I'd be damned if it's me. I see why you mad, you ain't swagging like this.
And you all see the QR code for Hot 2100 Savannah and the world. You see it right there, hot2100savannah.com. You can go ahead and get us on Alexa, Apple CarPlay, on all apps. That is for Droids and also for iPhones. We are there, Hot 2100 Savannah and the world. So we go ahead and hit it, get that QR code. And so again, we are back. This is Ebony Sports Reporters, Coach Fritz and Coach Hughes Hall taking a little time out. So we are back, and we are back at this right here. And so, Coach Hughes Hall, I guess I'll wait just to see something, get his comments. Huh?
Let me just say this. America, I got to tune in to the 2100 Savannah on Saturday between 8 and 10. It'd be hilarious. It's informative. It's a lot. So you'll enjoy that time.
All right. That's it. Julius and Jamal in the morning from 8 to 10. And so sometimes people say it gets a little troubling based on the behaviors of Julius Hall and DJ Vicious. You know, not me. I just try to keep the sanity. So, yes. So we got this situation, Coach Fritz. We got with regards to Mama. I'm going to say, should mamas be more involved in the NBA? Should they be more involved? Because this is an example of mama getting involved.
I'm like you. I will fight you and do whatever. I never had no problem with Charles. It's the same way you looked up to me, I looked up to Charles. Charles let me know it was okay to elbow him in the mouth. So we playing in Houston one day. Charles hit me in the head with the ball. I can't let that slide. Now I got to knock this out. But the mistake I made was I leaned too far to the left and he went that way. Tried to knock that head off to let him know, like, hey, I ain't one of these motherfuckers you can throw the ball at. By the time I got to the tunnel, Uncle Jerome handed me the phone. I was like, who's this? Check, this is Charles' mom. So you know when it's moms, even though I'm mad at him, it's, yes, ma'am. Y'all stop that I done already talked to Charles. Y'all hug that shit.
All right. Coach Fritz, if mama was involved in the NBA, what you think? If more mamas was involved, I should say. Let me rewind. If more black mamas were involved, more black mamas coming from traditional black values with regards to the NBA, how do you think some people be functioning?
A lot of dirty plays, cheap shots would not have gone down the way it is. And there probably a lot of mamas would be fighting. You know, some of them, the dignified ones, would make a call and say, hey, listen, just like Shaq and Charles Barkley's mom did, they're like, hey, listen, me and Charles Barkley's mom are best friends. Y'all two need to cut it out and grow up. And he's like, oh, man, he didn't know. Charles Barkley didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be good for the sport. You know what I'm saying? As you could see with the NBA today, most of the fathers are getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Most of the fathers are getting in trouble. You see Kevin Durant's mom, don't bring the spotlight on her. She don't get into no trouble. She not there yelling. She just supporting her baby. You know what I'm saying? So I see it. I do believe they should have more.
Yeah. Huh?
No, it looked like I blacked out.
Oh, really? Oh. I think Coach Fritz seemed like you're frozen.
I am. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So, Ebony Sports Reporters, and so what's going on is this, that yes, maybe we have more mothers, again, mothers with them traditional values coming into play, that there might be a little bit more control and some restraints with regard to people in a number of sports, but like in the NBA and MLB and also NFL, and even in hockey, even though in hockey, some people just say fighting got to be a part of it. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about, do the mamas need to be more involved, especially the mamas coming them traditional values. They're going to let you know, like, hey, listen, I don't care how old you are, you still my child, and I'll put you in your place. I'll put you in your place. And so that's what we're talking about. So again, that can happen with Charles Barkley and also with regard to Shaq. Imagine what can happen with some of the players today. And I'm not calling any names, but yes. So this is Ebony Sports Reporters. And so we'll be doing some other things just to go ahead, because we're waiting on the other coaches to come back in. And so, because again, some stuff I don't want to put out there yet, but then there's some topics that we're going to have a conversation about also that is pertinent. Because again, Shedeur Sanders, again, we see what happened with regard to Shedeur and what transpired with regard. So again, we know it was tied to Deion, tied to his father. Again, people wanted to be known, but we got something on the horizons also. And my question is, what do you foresee? What do you foresee happening with regards to those people on the horizon with regards to that? And how will we react? How will we handle it? And so again, we get some of your comments. And again, Michael, we're glad to have you checking us out. Always great supporter. Mark, we thank you for, again, we thank you. Couldn't do it without y'all. Theodore, yes, again, that's what we try to do. And James, yes, we all are learning too along the way with regard to this, and enjoying ourselves and having fun with regards to it, even though Coach Julius Hall is quite braggadocious about some things, you know, that again, with regards to Craig, you know, we know he was going to probably say something. And so Leon, glad to have you with us. Also, Stacy, you know, this is what we try to do. You know, we try to share our thoughts and let everybody understand. And Gertrude, yes, again, speaking truth to power. That again, people like Craig Hodges, that's what that was about. Craig was speaking truth to power. And so again, we're glad to have you throwing the same comments up with regard to what Craig was doing. And Eileen, you know, we thank you also with regard to giving that perspective, because again, you gave your perspective, we give our perspective also. And Alice, glad to have you checking us out also, Alice. And so we are going to move on with regard to all you all who help us do what we do. And peace and blessings to Sherry, also Sherry Carter, peace and blessings to you. And Rachel, we thank you again, great supporter of all our shows that we have, and glad you're watching the show. And we'll be continuing on with regard to our great supporters, because you all help make it possible. Louisa, glad to have you checking us out. And Tanya, thank you. And that's what we try to put out, the content that people need to see and hear. And so again, much love, Mariah. We're glad to have you. Always great, another great supporter, and glad to say this is one of your favorite shows. And Gianna, thank you too. Couldn't do it without you. Randall, you know, always right there with us again. And so, because if some of the other coaches not coming in, then guess what we're going to do? We're not going to hold you all up. We're going to also play some of this. And I guess I'll make some commentary myself. So this art form right here, this sport that, again, some of the coaches, you know, they'll have some issues with regard to the coaches. They'll have a little issue with regard to this. So, but there's a sport that we're going to throw out to y'all, and some of y'all may have seen it, and some of y'all may have actually participated in it too. So this sport. Coach Fritz, how do you score? Coach Fritz, mud boxing. That is mud boxing, Coach Fritz. How do you score that one, Coach Fritz?
Right side outdid the left side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
While he was going to the body, the other one was just giving shots to the face and connecting all day long. So mud boxing. Is there a championship for it? They got a belt?
They win prizes, so I need to check to see if they also get the belt. But yeah, mud boxing. That's what again, mud boxing. So now, Coach Fritz, this is a topic that we have that is a timely topic. Coach Fritz, on the horizons is something that it might be a replay. Do you think there might be a replay of Eli Manning when it comes to Arch Manning, when again, as they're trying to say Arch to now also go to the NFL? Do you think there'll be a replay of what happened with the Mannings, Coach Fritz?
Yes. If he don't get to go where he wants to go, or feel that he's not going to go to a losing team, if it doesn't benefit his career. So I could see that happening. You know what I'm saying? I could really see that happening, that they pull the same stunt again. You know what I'm saying? I guess, Archie Manning played for the Saints and didn't have a winning record or anything like that. You had two other boys. They went to the right situation for them. They both won championships. They both each got 2. So Archie's going to be put in a situation where a team has, first, they need a quarterback, and they have a culture that he could thrive in. You know what I'm saying? So that might be Cleveland. No, he ain't going to Cleveland. I just know that now. Like, he probably will go to a team that they handpicked to go to. He might go to Minnesota, Indianapolis. Yeah, he might go to Indianapolis or the Giants, one of those two. Wherever Eli went and wherever the other Mannings were, he probably would try to do that.
So, and if that is done, how does that now appear with regards to the appearance of collusion that took place regarding Shedeur?
It is definitely what happened to Shedeur is definitely collusion. I did watch some of those players in the combine quarterbacks. Some of them were off with their throws. I remember this guy was arrogant; his throws was off. Some of them didn't have the arm, and they picked those guys in front of him. Should he have went to the combines? Yeah, he should have, just to show them what he can or cannot do and how he reads the route and the plays. Like I said, once Deion said, if we go to a wrong team, we will pull a Manning. You got to know that people don't like that. The establishment don't like that. They know that it happened. They knew it was a collusion to send Eli to the Giants. And, who is it? Ryan Leaf? No, it wasn't Ryan. Ryan Leaf was drafted. He didn't last that long. I know his name. Phillip Rivers. He made a career for himself because he was supposed to be the Giant quarterback. Phillip Rivers went to the Chargers. Still balled out. He could go to the Chargers and still be beloved. So.
All right. And so we're going to throw this out to everyone. So someone else made some comments about this. Travis Kelce. Y'all can read the comments, Coach Fritz, what's your thoughts? Huh?
Repeat. Let me see that again.
All right. Okay. Whoever's the effing anonymous person that's effing saying this should effing come out, and who and say who they were, like who the F is that? What that is that about?
Let me tell you, a lot of people talk in the background.
Yeah,
a lot of people talk in the background. They're not going to say who they were because they're ashamed. What I'm waiting for is for Shedeur to show everybody, Okay, let me see. Let me put it to you this way. a lot of quarterbacks in the past, there's a couple of them that revolutionized the game. And it's been part of the establishment to make them look bad. Warren Moon, they try to make him look bad. They said he wasn't, they didn't believe in us to be quarterbacks, so he had to go to the CFL to show his talent. Michael Vick, I don't know if they approached him, what they said to him. He didn't confide, got him with the dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised Lamar got his money because he didn't go with a traditional agent. He went with his mom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's going to get his check card too. If he's going to get checked. But the biggest one for me at quarterback, but he didn't make no big stink about it. You win the Heisman Trophy. You win the Heisman Trophy, and you didn't get drafted in the NFL. And that's Charlie Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great career with the Knicks. Had a great NBA career. My thing with that is that's if you don't notice about a black ball, they wanted him to play wide receiver or cornerback. And he's like, no, I'm a quarterback. So quarterbacks, black quarterbacks, for years have been blackballed, illusion upon. Kaepernick is one. Doug Williams is another one. But I see at the draft, he was part of the Commanders' control room. So I had to fall back and say, maybe they're making it up to him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's what. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's why I think folks going to need to be looking at this clearly and say, hey, if when Arch Manning comes out, we cannot be forgiving about some of this. So we throw this out there to you, Coach Fritz. Coach Fritz, would you like to be a mascot? Would you like to be a mascot? And if you had to be a mascot, what mascot would you be, or would you create a new mascot? What mascot would you be, Coach Fritz? Or would you like to be a mascot?
That's a good question. That's a good question. See, I don't know what a Nick is, so they'll have the guy with the ball, the basketball dude. Mr. Met looks cool. I probably would like to do that. Mr. Met's for the Mets. So that's probably the one I'll probably go ahead and do.
All right. Okay, gotcha. Because some people have some thoughts about mascots, but we're going to help people out there checking us out right now. We get all our great supporters checking out the show. Check out about mascots.
I was talking to one of my students here, actually in the 3rd grade, and we were having a conversation about what you want to be when you grow up. And one of the kids came to me, he said, I want to be a mascot. A mascot, like the guys in the costume at the stadium when you go to the game. He said, yeah, I want to be a mascot. I said, okay, well, that's a cool dream to have. Like, is there any particular reason why you want to be a mascot? He said, yeah, because they make a whole lot of money. This is a 3rd grader now. He said, they make a whole lot of money. I was like, they can't make that much. I mean, how much could a mascot make? So I did my research. Look at this shit. This is the top 5 highest paid sports mascots. At number 5, Philly Fanatic, $200 grand a year. $200 grand? Look at number 3, Benny the Bull, Chicago Bulls, $400 grand. And number 1, Rocky the Mountain Lion for the Denver Nuggets, $625,000 a year. So yeah, go be that mascot, son. Go do that. Because what we doing out here, we got the game messed up.
I could go?
Go ahead, Coach Fritz.
Woo! Yeah, let me be. If I had known, I'd have been a mascot too. You know what I'm saying? They get paid like that. I'd be a mascot. First thing first.
Yes, that's right. So
I'd probably be the basketball mascot, because you're indoors, it's controlled environment, it's a controlled weather. That football mascot, it all depends where you are. You know you're in the cold weather, it doesn't work. You know, in baseball, it's too hot. June, July, August, it's too hot to be in that uniform. You know what I'm saying? Unless they figure a way to put, you know, that mascot uniform. Unless they figure out how to put AC in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that, but
all right.
It paid. That third grader, kudos to you, spot on. That was a great find because the mascots make a lot of money. $600 grand, $625.
Yes, indeed.
You go according to the season. So football, baseball don't start till April and ends in October with the World Series. So you got, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You got 5 months you're not working. 5 months you're not working. You work 7. You know what I'm saying? Almost the same thing with basketball. Football, that's even less. You're the mascot for football. You get paid all that money. You don't even do a whole year. You know what I'm saying? At best, 6 months. At best, 6 months. September, October, November, December, January. You're not the mascot. You don't go in the Super Bowl. So that's 5 months. I'm gonna give them 6 months. I'm gonna give the mascots for football 6 months. 6 months I'm working, and then 6 months I'm not. Yeah, I'm good. I know I probably have to go to the gym to keep my body in shape, but yeah, 6 months for that much money, yeah, I would have did that. They fooled us. We did it wrong. Like that guy said, they fooled us. We did it wrong. Third grader, way to look up. A lot of people would not look at it differently, but he looked at it like, I'll make money. And the funny thing is, he'll be able to keep his money because nobody's gonna know he's the mascot because he's behind the mask. Go to work.
Absolutely. So yes. So mascots, again, it's a winner. And so now we got another winner. We get handles. We're gonna look at, but this is about handles.
Nearly 30 feet. Thompson behind the back. Thompson, wow! What a finish! Oh, Amen Thompson, a spectacular drive.
Coach Fritz, what's your thoughts about that? And who do you think got great handles?
That was very impressed. I was impressed with that. I was shocked when he made the move. I was like, oh my God, I was yelling because that was a move and then he made the layup and it was, you know, he created up in the air and shot it, which was great. Now, great handles, Kyrie Irving, Steph, Mahmoud, Tim Hardaway, Dawn Staley, those are Isaiah. Those are the people that come to mind with handles and everything like that. Jason Kidd had a little bit of handles, but his passing was spot on.
Okay. And so now we got something. This is now Coach Bernard Brown is not with us, but this is a video I picked up with Coach Bernard Brown when he came to HVJ. This is what happened to him. He needed to call the Culligan man because we took that on out. It's Coach Fritz.
Get that ish out of there. Get that out of there. That's what happened to him. And he was above the rim, so he couldn't call goaltending. He put it as it's coming up. That's a demoralizer for the opposing team if you could block their shot like that.
Coach Bernard Brown. That's what happened to him. So yes. And so we got a princess. Right here. Princess. And I was gonna say this is Coach Tisha's little princess right here, niece, right? Her little princess niece right here.
Give me a suit. Hey! Don't worry about it. Just grab. Pull him down. Good. Don't focus too much on his Good. Get to your shoot. Shoot. No. Get that knee down. Don't be lazy. Get that there. Now come up high. Finish high. Get ready to turn. Turn it good. Keep turning. Keep hips to the mat. Relax and hips to the mat. Good. Now turn in. Good. Keep going. Keep going. You're fine. There. Dog fight. Good job. Now keep going. Now go back to a shoot. Give me a shoot. Hey! Now you finish it here. You finish it, baby. Finish. Good. Hey.
That's Tisha's little niece for sure. That's Tisha's little niece for sure.
So,
He didn't want to give a hand afterwards. He's like, you First thing first, he started complaining to the ref. He's holding his arm like, yo, she cheated. No. She beat the behind.
And then she did the pad. You be all right.
He tried to take his hand. He didn't want it. She went to give him a hug. She's like, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You take that L.
And so we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Afro Baller. But this Afro Baller do things a different way. This is a different. And so I was going to ask the question, is this Brooklyn or is this Savannah? Is this Brooklyn or is this Savannah?
Watch it! You moved away!
Still Snoop Dogg and D.I. Guess who's back? Still doing that shit, Andre? Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Check me out. It's still Dre Day, AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known.
That's definitely Savannah. Brooklyn wasn't doing that. There's too many cars on the street.
So it couldn't be Brooklyn, but yes. So hey.
You see all that road, you see all that no houses, no, just land.
Yes, sir. And so we got another Coach Bernard Brown video too, just to let him, because he has these issues and stuff. This Coach Bernard Brown.
Interesting. I think she'll have a good run here.
She was almost straight to the second keg on that one. They definitely needed that.
She's gone the push on the roof.
I think she needs to get under that a little bit more. That's
being
it.
aggressive
That's
with it,
the
but
one.
there, she's wedged
there,
underneath
that's it.
And she needs to follow this up
needs
now.
to keep going. Oh, she's just let it roll back.
Unfortunately, just didn't carry that momentum. And it's going to be hard there because it does look like it's twisting. So you have to be pretty even off that roof.
To be fair, she's muscling that car around on its roof.
100%. But she will also be fatigued now. It's very gassy.
Definitely. And as much as she can use that knee, there she goes. And over
she will
it goes.
get a split time to the roof regardless, but she gets that over, and she's done a great job there. The car...
And that is the type of woman that Coach Bernard Brown needs. Coach Fritz, go ahead.
You can keep that. You can't meet her in the dark alley. She'll probably pick you up and be like, what you trying to do? She'll hold you up like this. After doing that with the car, she'll just hold you up in the air.
But that's the type
Don't do it.
That's the type of woman he needs. And so we come to this right here too.
A lot!
Good job. You got to get in the weight room, son.
Yes, sir.
And that's when Coach Bernard Brown was playing recreational football. So that's what happened to him.
Yeah, he got taken to school. He got to go to the weight room. That was bad. That was horrible. The mother married him at least 10, 15 yards.
Yes, indeed. And so we winding on down. And so somebody made their debut, and that's Chandler Simpson. And some people may not know Chandler Simpson, but Chandler Simpson is known as the fastest man in baseball, Chandler Simpson. And people noted that Chandler Simpson did something when he was in the minor league, that he went and scored on a sac fly And so we got a recording of that with regards to Chandler and making that happen.
1-2. Parada rips one to center field. Anderson is back near the track, makes the catch. Simpson going to tag up. He will head to third. He's going to head home. Brock Franks guns it towards home plate. Throw not in time. Chandler Simpson comes all the way from second to tie the game.
Chandler Simpson, Coach Fritz.
That is a great weapon to have, especially he's on base. He'll confuse the pitcher. He'll confuse the outfielder because it's going to take him a few minutes to gauge his speed. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like he's going to make a lot of people make mistakes off of his speed and misjudging his speed.
So we say to all y'all, be on the lookout. And he's with the Devil Rays, and so he's making things happen. So this has been Ebony Sports Reporters with Coach Fritz. Coach Julius Hall had to take a siesta. Coach Bernard Brown had to take a siesta. Coach Teacher had to take a siesta. Coach Stud is chilling in FL. And Coach Michael Grant, he had to take a siesta. So everybody taking a siesta because they had went and celebrated for Cinco de Mayo. They had all celebrated Cinco de Mayo, even though I'm the only one Cubano Americano that's a part of this whole setup. So, Coach Fritz, any words you want to throw out to the folks with regards to what is about to happen with the Knicks? What's about to happen with the Knicks and the Dallas Cowboys as we leave?
I'm gonna tell you this now. Me and Tish had a conversation about it. She said, Game 1, the Knicks took their heart. Game 2, they took their soul. If the Knicks win Game 3, that's the nail in the coffin. You know what I'm saying? But not getting excited just yet. They just got to continue and finish their business and wait for the other people. You know what I'm saying? But this team was put together defensive-minded first and scoring. So they two-way players on the team. Cat might be the only little hiccup, but he could play. You know what I'm saying? He's rebounding. He's doing other things, but it's going to be interesting to see that, you know. And what was the other one? Oh, Dallas. Ooh. I just got to see who they got for running back, you know, and how this transpired. But they got their number 1, they got their number 2. They just need a slot receiver and a punt returner. And I'm good with Dallas.
So we will be on the horizon with regards to looking to see what happened with the Cowboys now with George Pickens. And this man, Ebony Sports Report, we say check out all our shows on our Black Media, but also check out Hot 2100 Savannah. Check us on out, and we will see y'all next week.
Everybody that comments on this show, thank you for tuning in. We love you. Keep it coming. We always support you. I always try to say all y'all comment. I see all the comments, you know what I'm saying? Leon Gross, James Smith, Theodore Reeves, Mark. Cut out.
Appreciate you. That's right. And so Mother's Day is happening this coming Sunday. To all the mothers and all the mothers who physically, spiritually, emotionally there, we say to all the ladies, we honor you and thank you for the love that you all doing for us.
Happy Mother's Day.
All right, let's sign out. Peace and blessings.
Peace.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta do the producing. I forgot the talent got to produce. I just like, wait a minute. So we signing out right now. The talent got to be the producer. I'm like, wow, it slipped my mind. Peace.
Like that.